I broke one of my lights. See how my lighting may seem a little off because I broke one of the bulbs to one of my lights, and I have a new one, but however I only have a limited amount of time and I don't have time to get out of the box, get it set up, and I just need to get this video done because I'm meeting somebody in my house in less than an hour to get me new carpet. So moving on. This week we are discussing our favorite manga-ka. Ooh, that was a burp. I have a few that I am very excited to share with you guys. Let's just jump right into this, shall we? One of the ones on my list, I just kind of throw on my list all the time because I have immense respect for him. I don't actually own any of his mangas, but I have read them and seen some of the anime that have come from them, and that is Osamu Tezuka. Kay spoke about him yesterday, or on Monday. It is yesterday for me, this is Tuesday. Kay spoke of him on Monday, and it is my firm belief that he should almost be on everybody's favorite. Even if you're not a big fan of what he does, you still gotta have respect for the fact that if Osamu Tezuka didn't do what he did, manga and anime wouldn't exist in the form that it does today. And so there has to be some level of respect for Osamu Tezuka for that purpose. And so for that, he is on the list. The three that I'm talking about, including Osamu Tezuka and then these two, there is no honest to God like top four, I guess. This is more or less just my favorites. And then I also have a favorite that I will discuss about in a second, but a lot of you can probably guess who that is if you know anything about my manga collection. So the first one I'm gonna talk about is Fuyumi Soryo. I actually don't know how to pronounce that. She was the mangaka for my favorite manga series, Eternal Sabbath. So obviously she needs to be on this list just because she's the one who created my favorite manga series. I do have Mars, or at least a couple of volumes of Mars, that I haven't read yet. I really want to, but I loved the way she had done Eternal Sabbath, and so I have high expectations for Mars. It might be why I've not read it yet, because I'm terrified of it being awful, because it's not really my thing. But I'm very excited to read it. I'm very excited to learn more. But yeah, so she is definitely one of my favorites because she created my favorite manga. If you guys haven't seen this, you guys should. If you guys read it, read this. There's no anime. You gotta read it. So read it. It's so good. It's only 8 volumes. It's not that big of a commitment, guys. Come on now. The next one I'm talking about used to be my favorite mangaka because, again, created my favorite manga series at the time, which of course was Samurai Deeper Kyo, and so that is Akamine Kamijo. I love this series so much. When I was in high school, I got into the anime, and then I decided to get into the manga later, and I absolutely love this series. And I really loved Codebreaker back when Codebreaker was being released, but unfortunately, there are only 2 volumes, and it makes me very sad. I do need to eventually get the anime because I just really want to know how this story progressed, and I'm very excited to eventually learn that. But yeah, so Akamine Kamijo is definitely one of my favorite mangakas. My actual favorite mangaka, this is going to take me a second to actually pull out all of the manga that I have that was created by this particular mangaka. It'll take me forever collecting this darn manga because I just really love you. Okay, got them all, I think. I don't think I'm missing any. Oh my gosh, I'm probably missing a ton. Okay, so I actually own quite a few mangas that this creator has come up with. So the very first one I got into was actually getting again into the anime and then into the manga later, and that is Inuyasha. I mean, obviously you can read it right there, but still, I'm not gonna say the name until I've gotten through all of the manga that I own that belong to this person. This person's current series, Rin-ne. My personal favorite that this one has created, Maison Ikoku. One of the only comedies that I love in the world, and that's Ranma 1/2. I absolutely adored the series, even though it is very strange, and that is One Pound Gospel. And finally, I've started it, you can see from the thing here, but that is Mermaid Saga. So those are all the mangas that I own from Rumiko Takahashi, who is my absolute favorite mangaka in the entire world. I love her stories, and it's funny because I've had an interesting relationship with Rumiko Takahashi. So I first got into Rumiko Takahashi essentially, well, technically through Ranma, but Ranma I watched at such a young age that I didn't really understand what I was watching. I really didn't understand that this was a person that made it, blah, blah, blah. When I got into Inuyasha, I got to learn the name Rumiko Takahashi as I kind of got more into it because I was in high school. I knew more about it, and eventually I started reading some of her smaller series like One Pound Gospel and Maison Ikoku, and I kind of went through this phase of going, she's a great storyteller, but she's not great at long series because Inuyasha does lose my interest from time to time. However, Ranma does not. Ranma's not as long as Inuyasha necessarily. I mean, the manga is definitely not as long as Inuyasha. And Rin-ne will probably be as long as Inuyasha, but Inuyasha kind of lost my interest here and there. But all in all, the basic storyline of Inuyasha is absolutely fantastic. I think that her character development, I think that her love stories are absolutely fantastic. You know, I'm not much into romance, as most people probably know. I'm more into thriller, I'm more into action-y kind of things. I'm not huge into the romance, but Rumiko Takahashi, the way she talks about romance, because all of her series involve romance one way or another, even if it's not the main focus of the story as it is in Maison Ikoku or One Pound Gospel, which are true romances. We got Inuyasha, which is very actiony, and Ranma and Half, which is funny, and Rin-ne, which again is pretty, you know, funny and stuff. That being said, I think that her grasp for humor is hilarious. Her grasp for character development is incredible, and basically her all-around storytelling technique is absolutely phenomenal. It's why I have collected so much of her stuff and why I continue to collect her stuff when I can. I absolutely love it. I bought the entire series of Mermaid Saga without even reading a single volume. Even it's 4 volumes. 4 volumes. It's not that big of a commitment. I do not have Urusure yet, but I really want to get it. I haven't gotten that yet. But anyway, so yes, Rumiko Takahashi is my favorite mangaka and has been for many years now, ever since I decided that Maison Ikoku was my favorite manga series until ES happened in my life. So yeah, that is my favorite mangakas and my favorite mangaka. So let me know in the comments below who your favorite mangaka is, what you guys think of Rumiko Takahashi. I would love to know what you guys think. You guys may hate her, that's fine, you guys can. I am fully aware that people have different opinions than my own. So, but that's all. I'm gonna head out because again, I have to meet somebody in about a half an hour at my house so that I can buy myself new carpet because my carpet is terrible. I will see you guys all next week. Until we will see you tomorrow. And this light makes me look like crap because I don't have both of them.